Well, I'm now joined by Jacksonville Mom contributor Allison Chance to tell us about keeping the love alive after Valentine's Day. This is a really cool topic, actually. Great to see you again.
You too, you too.
Thank you for joining me. So hopefully I don't have food in my mouth, in my teeth right now.
Okay, I'm going to talk about how you don't have to go on a date night, you don't have to go out to dinner, but I definitely want to try the new restaurant.
Oh yeah, everything so far is looking and smelling amazing. So many people think date nights are expensive because they immediately think of dinner out, right? So it doesn't always have to be that way to kind of keep that spark alive.
And so part of the inspiration is, obviously we just came off of Valentine's Day. The stores were stocked with balloons and flowers and teddy bears and all those things. And so, part of just dating your spouse essentially and finding things that you can do together that maybe not be expensive, but also just activities that are outside of thinking outside the box of going out to dinner, just because obviously that can get pricey and all of that.
So do you like encourage people to kind of do it at home, like a date night at home, or still get out and do?
I think it just depends on the age of your kids. Our kids are a little bit older now, so I feel like we can kind of put them, in an area and do our own thing. But I really enjoy being outside, and so maybe going for a walk, doing pickleball, or yoga, and so really just trying to choose things that you have in common with your spouse, and then also leaning into things that maybe you don't love, but giving an opportunity to help understand their love of something, and then that can help you grow closer together as well.
That's right. Marriage is all about compromise, or even just being with somebody in general, even if you're not married, right? You got a little give and take there.
Right.
And there are definitely some things, my husband likes to do a lot of like he likes to play hockey and go snowboarding and all these things. And like when we lived in Washington State, I was like, oh man, winter sports, it scares me. But I did it for him, and then I'm like, okay, I did it. I'm good. I did it for you. And but it's nice because then you don't know. Maybe you will like something.
Exactly.
And then that's something you do together now.
Totally.
But I'm like, I'll be at the lodge.
Right. Exactly. No, and I mean, my husband and I have been married for 15 years, and it's definitely really important to keep the love alive and keep your relationship going, because you're pulled in so many different directions.
Right.
No matter what age your kids are. Obviously, like when they're in diapers, it's really stressful. But then now we're in the sports season, so really just carving out that time, because if you don't, you'll look up and you'll realize that you haven't been on a date or done anything together in months.
And why is that important to keep that going?
Just because obviously, like, this is your soulmate, and you need to not only model a healthy relationship for your children, but happy marriages create happy families, and so I feel like that's just so important.
What would you say maybe is like your number one thing that you do that is cost effective, like, not going to break the budget, but a great date day or date night?
Yeah, so actually I heard from a therapist once that if you want to have a hard conversation, that you should take your spouse on a walk, because when you're moving forward, it's like easier to talk to somebody. So I'm not saying that that's the only reason you should go for a walk, but I love to get 10,000 steps a day. And so before dinner, my husband gets home from work, he goes in really early, so sometimes I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a walk? And like, he maybe doesn't want to, but I take that opportunity to maybe take my son or my daughter, and then we have really interesting conversations when we're walking. So I feel like walking, and especially when the weather's so beautiful, and we have so many amazing free parks. Just down the road from me, I have like a Castaway Island Preserve. You can like walk the bridges over by the beach. There's paths in Fleming Island, and so there's just so many different opportunities, and so it really doesn't have to cost anything. And if you're needing childcare, swapping with a friend, or like having a play date with another friend, and obviously it helps the other parent out, because then they have their kid occupied as well.
Well, so you're in it together then.
Right.
You have more ideas online?
Yeah.
Okay, where can
you can head over to Jacksonville Mom, and we're always here for all of your parenting resources in Jacksonville.
You guys do a great job. Thank you so much for that. Great to see you, and helping us to keep that love alive. We'll be right back.